Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashak Malak Yahushua. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which the world calls God, and Yahushua is the name of His only begotten Son, which the world only calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give a strong shalom to the mighty men that's going out there laboring. They're presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. They're doing all they can to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Not only that, they're enduring the elements, the 100-degree weathers, freezing below codes, and everything that's trying to hinder the work of the Most High. Shalom, shalom. I want to give another strong shalom to the Aquath, the sisters that are at home, but they're reverencing their husbands, being teachers of good things, tender, delicate, and on fire for the Most High God. Last but not least, I want to give another strong shalom to the teenagers and children in the truth, doing all they can to make their calling and election sure in these last days. And the topic of this cold cut is titled, right, marriage is honorable. Right, marriage is honorable. We living in a generation where it's about nothing but fornication, adultery, whoremonger, being a harlotry. The Lord is not dealing with that. We used to come from 2-parent households, nice family, children, everything's in order. But this is times where we had a home over a house. Now everything is about, it's a big, heavy get back spirit on the earth, right? I'm going to get you back for what you've done, da-da-da-da-da. It's a big, heavy spirit of lust. And let me get this precept real quick, because the Lord said these things would be temporary. It's nothing but temporary pleasure now. It's nothing that's of old. It's nothing longevity, nothing long term. Right, let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4 and 18. It says, while we look at the things which are not seen, but at the things which are not. It says, while we look at the things which are seen, but not at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are seen are eternal. So the things that you can see is temporary. A lot of stuff is temporary, except for a few things, right? That's including marriages, relationships with family, relationships with children, relationships with wife and spouses. You know how many marriages I have counseled and seen that are no longer here today? All because of selfishness, lust, happiness, pride. You know how many families I've seen, people's families who had children, now their children is growing up with childhood trauma. It's insane. It's ridiculous. But again, majority of this stuff in this world is temporary. It's all temporary pleasure. You have certain people that run their marriage or their relationship through social media. And they let the social media decide whether they should stay or not. So the Lord is not even on people's minds. That's how you know if it's really of the Lord, it's going to be established. You have damn talking stages. What the hell is a talking stages? That's not in the scriptures. Now you have courting processes, the vetting processes, which is set up from old, but that has to be done in righteousness. The Lord is not dealing with a 7-day talking stage trial. You got people, we're not going to get into it. But all of this is what you call the lust of the world. Right? Let's go to the book of John. 1 John chapter 2. Right, it's 1 John 2 and 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. That's plain upon tables. Everything in here is lust. And we all know lust is a consuming fire, which is never quenched. It's going to continue to go on and on and on until you look yourself in the mirror one day and say, you know what, I'm done. And even then, it's withdrawals, temptations, right? So you have to understand anything associated with this world is off. The Lord deals with marriage. The Lord deals with a man and a woman coming together underneath him. The Lord deals with longevity, growing old with someone. All right, let's go to the book of Tobit. All right, let's go to the book of Tobit, chapter 8 and verse 6. Right. You know how many people that say they want to be married, they believe in marriage. They don't understand what marriage is. Marriage is a contract. It's a covenant. It's not something you could date. You got people dating for 2 months. All right. Then they breaking up. There's no such thing when it comes to marriage as breaking up. What the Lord has joined together, literally no man could put asunder. And you have to firmly believe that in the Most High God. So a lot of this is also dedicated upon your faith. But this is Tobit 8 and 6. Thou madest Adam and gavest him Eve for an helper and a stay. Of them came mankind. So Eve was given into Adam as an helper and a stay. For one, you have men not providing for their own households. You have men taking wives, abusing them, seducing them, using them for sex, making them have kids and not taking care of them financially, not showing a proper leadership and guide. And gosh, as a man, you have to be in a position to be a husband. You can't just take wives. You have men that are not healed, men that have trauma, men that have abandonment issues and these wounds, and they getting into marriages, damaging everything, hurting their significant other, whether that be verbally, mentally, abusively. This stuff is not normal. It's you got manipulation games being played, right? Well, you think it's off. Well, dang, she didn't text me back first, so I'm not going to text her. Or he didn't text me back first, he must not want to talk. These are all what you call gimmicks and games, manipulation tactics. And these things are not of the Lord. It's not. You have men talking to women knowing they're not ready to be a husband. They have no intentions on being a husband. Yet they're seducing these women, getting in their head, letting them get the impression that they want to be married and have children and a family, but that's the whole time that their attention. It says, and gave his Eve his wife for an helper and stay. A woman is a helper, right? What does a helper do? Help you to make your life easier as a man. You have to allow a woman to help you. And a stay, she's the backbone of the crib, of the house. She's the pillar of rest. Now you have Eve. Hey, they leaving over one thing. Okay, you didn't take the trash. You didn't open up my door for me. You're done. Right? They leave and they're out the door. We live in a world where it's nothing but full of options on both sexes. Right? It says, of them came mankind. So if Eve didn't play her part and Adam didn't play his part, mankind wouldn't be here. You have to understand that. It says, thou hast said, it is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. And now, O Lord, I take this not my sister for lust, but uprightly. You shouldn't be taking women for lust. It's played out. That's in the world. You women, you shouldn't be taking a man just for lust. Just to appease your sexual nature. off. It says, therefore, mercifully ordained that we may become aged together. Nobody's becoming aged together anymore. Nobody's being married for 56 plus years, 70 plus years. A lot of our families don't even come for that type of lifestyle. Ask your mother if she married, how long she was married, if she ever was. Right? Your grandfathers, your grandmothers. You have grandmothers that was just never married. When you go back 5 generations, we used to become aged together. 56 years married, 70 years married, 40 years married, 35 years married. Now you have women that are married. They have a ring on their finger. They're at the workplace calling other men handsome and waiting to get seduced. That's off. The Most High is not dealing with that. That's the world we live in. Let's go to Hebrews 13. Right, let's go to the book of Hebrews chapter 13 and 4. It says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. The Lord is judging all whoremongers and adulterers. If you're a whoremonger, right, what's a whoremonger? Let's go to Sirach 23. A whoremonger is a male prostitute, a man that has sex with anything and everything. And if you're a man and you're encouraging other men to have sex with anything and everything, you just as off. The Lord is not dealing with this whoremonger spirit. If you're a whore, a woman, you have sex with you can't stop having sex. You had this one sister, and she said, I can't be celibate. She said, I love sex. I can't stop having sex. The Lord gonna get up with her. And you men of the Lord, you gotta be able to identify women like that and stay the hell away from them and rebuke them, lest you be overtaken. Sirach 23 and 17. It says, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He would not leave off till he die. And I've literally seen this play out in real life. I had one of these guys I worked at the so-called workplace with a long time ago. He was a big-time whoremonger. You know, I had love for the brother. I'm saying we was locked in. But the brother had a woman working with him at the same environment, but he on everything moving. He don't care if she's short, light-skinned, dark-skinned, old, younger. He messing with anything and everything. Long behold, as time went on, the Lord called them to the third heaven. It's not okay to be a whoremonger. You have men making fun of you got brothers making fun of other men for not being a whoremonger like them. So people are weird, people are insecure, people are lame. Hey, there's one guy, he basically was, trying to troll me because I didn't want to mess with a woman. It's this woman he knew. He wanted me to mess with her, and I didn't. And I said, nah, I'm cool. They're gonna call you gay. They're gonna say you like boys. You don't like females. They're gonna do certain different things. They're gonna come up to you, hey, look, hey, what's wrong with you, man? She wants you. You're not gonna do that? You gotta be a man of integrity and tell them, no, I'm cool off that. I'm not on that timing. Verse 18, it says, a man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart. Right? What is wedlock? Meaning you married to a significant other. We could break that wedlock, saying that's in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High would not remember my sins. That's what you have certain men. That's what they do. The Lord not seeing me. You have certain people that don't even believe in God. That fear of the Lord that you have, when you watching every step, you literally watching you thinking before you do. Any decision you make, is this a good decision? You have certain people, they don't have that feeling. They do it. And they don't have any remorse behind it. They don't have to fear the Most High. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. He knew all things, or ever they were created. So also, after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. Right? Let's go to let's scroll up. Verse 16. It says, two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of the flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire. So this strong lust, which is in the world, which is not love, when you examine love, love is totally different from lust. It's to the point where now you could tell the difference, hands down. There's no ifs, ands, no buts, it's no questions. A lot of y'all mistake a connection with chemistry. No, it's lust. Y'all connected through lust. Y'all might be connected. A trauma bonding is real. You might be connected through trauma. You have to have discernment. It's not love. Love is rare. You will rarely see love. Rarely. Jumping down to verse 22. Thus shall it go with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth an heir by another. You know how many women I've seen in real life who had husbands and they messed around with another man, had children by him, committed adultery, and they act like it was nothing. That's not normal. A woman is supposed to be with one man for the rest of her life. One. The first man she laid down with, that is her man. That's why women had so many of these different spirits on them. Because you didn't lay down with 5, 6, 7 men, 8 men, and they think it's cool, and they still had a nerve to be prideful. That is not normal. That is not good. That is not okay. That's why you have all of these scientific terms like microchimerism. If a woman, the first man a woman lays down with, if she's not with this man, she goes to be with several other men. If that first man come back around, regardless of what happened, do you know she still has a spiritual connection with him? And it's irresistible. It's by nature. Because she releases according to science, she releases thousands of oxytocin when that man went in unto her. This is why the Lord is saying what he's saying. It says, first, she have disobeyed the law of the Most High. And secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she have played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory cursed, and reproach shall not be blotted out. And they that remain shall know that it is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. It is great glory to follow the Lord, and to be received of him is long life. It's better to follow the Most High, trust me. You brothers, sisters that's in the world, coming from the world, you brothers that's in the truth, you thinking about going back into the world, dabbling in it, trust me, it's better to follow the Lord. This is from experience. I've been in the world. I've seen what's in the world. I've experienced what's in the world. It's the same. When you in this truth, you're going to get 10 times far ahead. Trust me. People can't control themselves. They haven't mastered themselves. Follow the Lord. Be patient. Change your mind. What if I told you the only way you're going to meet your significant other in the Lord in marriage is if you have to go through hell to change the person that you are? If you could change the person that you are to meet your significant other, would you do it? That's a good question. A lot of you wouldn't. A lot of you would still be the same man. Your sisters be the same women. No character change. No getting better. None of that. That's why the Lord is having you in this pool of lust and iniquity. Let's go to 1 Timothy. Right, it's 1 Timothy chapter 5. In verse 14, it says, I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, for some are already turned aside of the Satan. So the young women are supposed to be interested in marriage. What's going on? You have women, they talking about outside. They trying to get outside. And you brothers, with no discernment, you fall right from the trap. You fall for the trap. You have women now, they don't want to get married. They don't know, even if they wanted to, they don't know how to be a wife. Our woman was taught how to be a wife. You have to be raised to be a wife. They're not taught that. You have women saying, let's get outside, where the N-words at, dressing promiscuously. And you, as a man, you fall for the trap thinking this woman could be a potential wife. Younger women are not marrying how they used to marry. They don't give a damn about marriage. They don't even want children, bro. They don't. And it's nothing to bash any woman. This is a generalization directed to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans chiefly. But they don't even want children, let alone to guide the house. They don't give a damn. It's about their happiness. If they're not happy, they're doing what makes them happy. So if being married doesn't make them happy, they're not getting married. If bearing children makes them not happy, they're not bearing children. If guiding the household does not make them happy, they're not guiding the household. Because Satan has filled in their minds. Let's go to the book of Matthew 19. Just the book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse number 6. It says, wherefore they are no more twain. I'm going to start at verse 4, Matthew 19 and 4. And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Right, so the Lord made male and female. And he said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they shall twain be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What God have joined together, let no man put asunder. Whatever the Most High have joined together, nothing could break that apart. Nothing could break that in two. Only the Lord can. Get better understanding. If you're a man looking for marriage, get better understanding on marriage. If you're a woman looking to be married, get a better understanding on marriage. Because if not, you're going to be single. You're going to be in this pool full of lust of this wicked world and things that come of this world. Let's go to Sirach chapter 41. Have you ever seen a beautiful? Have you ever been to a wedding? Have you seen a beautiful Hebrew marriage? Have you even been to a wedding in general? How many weddings have you been to? It was a study who showed that the so-called white women fresh out of college, they was going to like 7 marriages during the semester. 7 in the semester. You only seen probably 1 or 2 in your whole life. That is not normal. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 40. It says, a friend and companion never meet amiss, but above both is a wife with her husband. So friends are great, beautiful, but above that is a wife with a husband. Let's encourage marriage. Let's continue to push marriage and happy families and healthy families through the spirit and power of the Most High. Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashima Mashagum like Yahushua. Continue to read, pray, fast, study. Most importantly, please seek the Heavenly Father for his mercy. That I'm say Shalom.